Excelsior, fellow marvelers! Advitya and Aradhya Akshat here, and we are ready to get our Loki on. We are going to be high key throughout this reaction video, so expect nothing less from the latest Avenger. Alright, the hat may be too big for her head, but no joke goes above her head. As you can see, she's pretty excited for season 2 episode 4 of Loki. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road, and here's looking forward to a crackling, mischievous, full of magic, which we haven't been seeing enough of, by the way, in this season. Magical mischief. Alright, so mischief managed, as the Harry Potter heads will know. And let's see what goes on with Ouroboros, with the TVA, Mobius and Mobius, Sylvie, and of course Tom Hiddleston's Loki. The episode is titled Heart of the TVA. The thumbnail has Ravonna Renslayer on it, but she is not mentioned in the one-liner description, which reads, "The TVA's loom nears catastrophic failure, but Loki, Mobius and Sylvie have a He Who Remains variant," which is of course Victor Timely, who they encountered in the previous episode 1893. Before that was Breaking Bad, which was of course a huge shout out to Breaking Bad, one of my favorite crime series of all times, as I'm sure you might have heard of it, if not seen it and appreciated it. And of course the first one was Ouroboros, which refers to the cyclical snake or dragon that has its tail in its mouth and represents the circularity of time. And circularity is something we should be aiming for in our human activities on the planet as well. But leaving climate change and other serious issues aside for the moment, let's delve into the realm of fantasy and action that is the MCU. Smash that sub button for awesome acts fun if you haven't already, and if you're a fellow marveler, share your thoughts not just about Loki but all the other MCU series, shows, movies, everything under the sun as you feel like. And here, as Advitya examines a newfound realm behind my ear, let's get into the realm of the TVA. Alright, so before we get into the episode proper, the recap reminds me what the name of the episode reminds me of, which is the Heart of Gold from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Now, the Heart of Gold was the driving force which drove the infinite improbability drive, right? And that was the thing which let the protagonists in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy zoom from anywhere in the galaxy to anywhere else in the galaxy without all that mucking about in hyperspace. And hyperspace mucking about, or rather intergalactic travel, reminded me of Ahsoka, the latest Star Wars series, which I have reviewed as well and which you can check out on my channel. And in that, they travel from one galaxy to the other inside space whales. So that was something pretty interesting to see. What was used as a Deus Ex Machina at the end of Star Wars Rebels to make sure that the Grand Admiral Thrawn villain was expunged from the story was used to connect the dots, or rather connect the galaxies in Ahsoka. So Heart of Gold from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which drove the infinite improbability drive for intergalactic travel, which led to Ahsoka, and which brings me back to fantasy TV and Loki. Spoilers alert! Alright, so Miss Minutes, the anthropomorphic cartoon clock that is voiced by Tara Strong, actually shows Ravonna Renslayer the past in which she was building a utopia for all time, always, which was the name of the last episode of the first season, in which He Who Remains and Ravonna Renslayer were actually together, and he refers to her as quite a marvel, which is as meta a shout out as you can get. One more Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference, and this is a big one. It's 42. Protocol 42 is the mind wipe protocol that He Who Remains asks Miss Minutes to follow, which will erase the memories of all the TVA employees, which is where the kind of shoot-off point for Loki's, shall we say, rebellion against the TVA as it started. So that's great. Alexa, stop. And this is a quite interesting turn of events, because now Ravonna Renslayer also knows that he who remains is not always truthful, as is the case with most villains. Super villains. A great fanboy moment of two characters, Ouroboros and Victor Timely, because Ouroboros based the TVA's equipment and everything on Victor Timely's designs, and Victor Timely has been studying the TVA handbook written by Ouroboros about the TVA's equipment. And so, as it is said, absolutely word for word, it's like a snake eating its own tail, and that's the meaning, of course, of Ouroboros. It's the sign, like I said in the early part of our video, that the snake eating its own tail is about the circularity of things. And they say, which came first? Of course, nothing comes first in a circle. It's all in the same plane. But alright, it's always nice to have these little spirals work their way through the script. Very nice action-packed episode, and let me stop the autoplay feature of Disney Plus Hotstar right there before it starts playing Marvel Studios Legends. Okay, the signal did not make it, Victor Timely did not make it, Ravonna Renslayer did not make it, and lots of people from the TVA did not make it. Alright, it seems like the main cast has also been annihilated by the exploding temporal loop, the temporal loom, but I guess there are going to be many more time loops, and we are going to be seeing them, of course, next Friday. So do check out my previous episode reviews, do share what you thought about this episode, about the MCU in general, and if you are a fellow Marveler, then make sure you smash that sub button for awesome acts fun, and Excelsior, Wakanda forever, as you might say, and lots of good things to look forward to after the sort of slow disaster that was Secret Invasion, which was basically just Samuel L. Jackson traipsing around from place to place. The final fight in that did not match up to my expectations. What did you think about Secret Invasion? What is your expectation from the upcoming Phase 5? Do share, and let's get a conversation going. This is Advitya, I'm Aradhya, we are the Akshats, and looking forward to your thoughts in the comments. Goodbye, take care, stay safe, and Excelsior. Enough said.